was kicking my ass.
That's just, it's not that we didn't know. It's more figuring out how the way they operate and how the systems are done there.
You would have expected that done. Again, there's a few people you can point your fingers, but at the end, it's my fault for not knowing. That's the issue. But in logic, if you look at it, it's like your dentist forgetting to put a cap on one of your teeth. It's like doing the root canal, and this is like we'll forget to stitch it up. There's something there. It'll heal on its own,
1000%.
But it should have been stitched at the time. But
it's really nothing in hindrance.
No.
It's just a hiccup in the road. But at the end of the day, you're gonna have that no matter what. And it's gonna be so refined for the next one.
100%.
There wasn't really any major issues. With all of it.
No, not at all.
We're taking some, like I said, we had 70% of it already laid out. We figured out the other 30%. Our margin of error is going to be 5% by the time we're done.
Yeah, 100%. Right? And I think also looking at it too, like obviously this is not a pastime, not a hobby. This is going to be a business. So we're making sure, like Mike's saying, refine it to 100%. So it's not going to be, we're going to do a few houses this year. Maybe we're going to skip 5 years, do one, when the market comes back. No, this has got to be a business. This is the future for us, for your family, my family. This is the future. Okay. So, and then now going forward is the inspection of this. It's, like I was saying, like a pre and after drywall inspection, like I'm going to do the first one clearly on the next one, but it's going to be basically a point list on an iPad, and you're just going to check, because obviously these are like semi-custom properties. Even the electrician said that they're used to doing like builder, cookie cutter, everything's the same plan. Yeah. This was, even for them, they're like struggling because it's like a semi-custom. Or maybe it is a custom.
This is pretty custom.
Yeah. And but again, there's gonna be a checklist. So now, like our kitchen, for example, the wall oven, and then the cooktop. There was one wire that was trapped in the cooktop. The drywallers put it in, and then for me to walk through the property and see a wire missing, it's not going to happen. I'm going to forget 100%. But going there with a checklist saying, okay, this is wires we should be looking at. There's the fridge wire, make sure the fridge has got the water, the pipes are all sticking out. Then you get to the cooktop wires at 100, whatever the gauges, those are thicker gauges, right?
Yeah.
And then there's going to be a plug underneath if that's got a wall up, just kind of go through it. And then also even like the puck lighting on top, like that all needs to be, like, are they all there, kind of thing. I think what we do too is, because we've been videotaping, or I've been videotaping it during the process and go back, because you don't want to always drive back to the job site. If you can catch it on the video, it's good.
Yeah.
But doing like a scan video every time, even pre drywall, like drywall is going in tomorrow, do like a pre-scan, and then ultimately document where everything needs to be. That's your checklist. You go in the next day after drywall, and then you say, okay, buddy, we're missing 2 or 3 wires, so you can, dig them out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You catch it right on the top. Again, there was a few drywall incidents. One, the electricians put the power on the wrong side in the laundry room. It's got to go on the left side, so the right side was fine. The drywaller crew will come back and fix that. And then it's that cooktop where they cut back in that closet. But it's okay.
No, exactly. Not the end of the world. It's all small fixable things. But like you said, we're just going to refine it. Everything's going to be streamlined. It's going to be, like you said, a checklist.
Yeah, Trevisano style.
That's it.
Treviso.
Every T is going to be crossed. Every I is going to be dotted.
Yeah.
And we're just going to boost up the efficiency. That's all it is.
Yeah, I think so.
We've done this enough times already that it's just, now that we have their system and how they operate, and terminology, some terminology is different for sure.
A little bit.
Like a can in a bin.
Can in a bin, a porta-john. There's a few things. Yeah.
Small things, but at the end of the day, it's like we said, we came in with a big chunk of it already planned out. So it's just, if we can bring this thing down to 3.5 months, it's going to be a huge win. Right?
1,000%. It's hilarious. Just, short story. Like where I lease my space for my real estate office. This is the Treviso Homes and Realty home base. But so the owner of the unit said, these guys, we talk and stuff like that, and he's. It was like a little incident happened in the office. I'm like, buddy, I got too much fucking shit in my place. Whatever is happening, it's got to be somebody else. It's like, don't look at me. I don't have the time to kind of look at all this stuff, right? But short stories, like I go, we kind of mentioned that I'm building, and he's like, you're building? He goes, how long you been here now? Because, and this is someone that's lived in Florida the last 20, 30 years. He sells real estate too as a realtor, and they've never got off the ground doing anything like this. He's like, you've been here for 1.5 years and you're already developing? Like, this is like you built an office? It's like, this doesn't even make sense. I'm like, come here, come look at the construction camera. Go look. And that was probably we were, shell up with painted in probably less than 60 days, right?
Oh yeah.
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 So it's just, they're marveled at it too. And again, it's just, the problem is not the problem. The reality is if you focus on what needs to be done, you're always thinking about the next thing. And you got to always make sure that, and even in business we're doing in real estate, selling real estate, ball's always got to be in the other person's court. Yeah. You got to get that ball pass it as fast as possible to the other side, and then let them go. And then you can kind of like nudge them to finish their job. And then as soon as it comes, you got to like A to Z, bang, just smash it out and just back in your court. And this is how you become efficient and more productive in everything you do. And that's like on the way here, my wife dropped me off. I was on the phone with LECE, like here, like talking to her. I was paying Clayton to do the trims and also organizing.
I saw 3 emails go. To be honest, I thought you were at the office. I was surprised not to see you when I pulled in.
That was all in the car, literally. So efficiency of time. What am I going to do? Look at the leaves? No. Like by the time I got here, that guy received his money. The countertop people are ready to get the fabrication, and I figured out the electrical thing, which is the hugest,
biggest the holdback right
holdback because we have no control over it, and it's not like I can hire the trade. This is the county's, guys coming in.
It's a utility company.
Yeah, so you're basically you're at the mercy, and if you've dealt with Power Stream here, it's you're really at the mercy. There, I think it's a lot going to be easier because she already mentioned by like Wednesday, hopefully
we should get it up. Yeah. Which we would have been up and running
Friday.
Already, minus the hurricane, but it is what it is. We can't control these things. Like we said, we just keep pushing forward.
Reality is we're on the market already, so it's like everything's hammering. We're like firing missiles in all that direction. Like the ball's in everyone's court but ours. So as soon as that gets, we get ourselves a buyer, that gets firmed up, get ourselves hopefully a quick closing before the new year, and then we're gonna go buy. We're gonna go on a spending spree.
Let's go.
We don't go to casinos.
No, for what?
We get excited. We spend money on land.
We get excited spending money on tile and countertops.
100%.
That's my thrill.
It's true. It's true.
But it's beautiful. No, we're moving in the right direction. Excited for next year. Like we said.
Yeah.
We got at least 2, maybe 3 on the book.
Goal's 3. I think we start 2 right off the hop, and then we wait for the third one. So let's say we start Jan with the 2. And then by May, June, we buy the third lot.
Depending on location, or it's going to be better location, but one, and then maybe the second later in the year.
If you do the Naples one, for sure, you're going to look at much more capital invested. But then again, you just instead of doing the 3, you put into 1, and then away you go.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this sucker up.
Thanks for watching another episode of Real Estate on Record, Florida edition.
That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll keep you updated on this build. Obviously, it's exciting for all of us going forward, not only for myself, but for my family, and also some of the friends and past clients here that are watching this, that are in construction, that are like in disbelief at the velocity of this build. So,
thanks, guys.
Get you in the next one.
Ciao.